Welcome back. Well, now to the case of what were they thinking, although I'm pleased that they did because it's given us a lot of enjoyment. A family photo featuring the Prime Minister has been exposed for one rather obvious flaw. Now, the image shows Scott Morrison with two left feet.
Now, a couple of questions, obviously. Why and how? How do you get it wrong in the first place? And why is he not wearing those sort of shoes anyway? As it happens with all political scandals, the suffix gate has been added, making this one Shoegate, and it's become a very popular topic on social media. But the PM says he'd rather have his lack of hair photoshopped than his shoes. He had to say something, didn't he? Advertising experts Matthew Bywater and Dee Madigan. How? Why?
Oh, well, you see, I have a theory on this. It's actually really easy to clean up shoes. They could have whitened his existing ones.
Yeah.
No graphic designer, no matter how incompetent, would Photoshop something this badly and put two left feet on. I reckon someone hates him.
And done it on purpose.
Do you
Totally. There's no way you could... you didn't need to do it. You could have whitened his own shoes.
Yes.
But even then, did we even need to? I mean, he puts across the daggy dad sort of persona. The current shoes that he had on looked fine.
Yeah. Well, he apparently had no idea this was happening and it was going to be photoshopped.
Yes, and that's fair.
And the response from the Prime Minister's office was terrible. It's a very clinical politician-type speak, which I thought was a terrible response. I liked his response.
Yeah,
about the hair Photoshop. That was kind of...
Yeah.
But the Prime Minister's office response is terrible.
These are some of the alternatives that have been doing the rounds. I mean, really, they shouldn't be tampering with this stuff anyway. I mean, he's the Prime Minister of Australia. If you've got to get it right if you're going to do anything. They got it horribly wrong.
We want to be able to trust what
Absolutely.
we see.
Also, the criticism levelled at him is he's a bit marketing, a bit spin. So this is exactly the last thing you should be doing.
And of course, it had nothing to do with him. You know, somebody else has taken over. All right, moving on now. McDonald's found itself in hot water this week over a message to staff from one of its franchise owners. Now, it's all over a union push to have a 10-minute break included in workplace agreements, so employees legally get time for the toilet and a drink. But the boss argues if the new break rule was enforced, staff wouldn't be able to leave their post any time outside that 10-minute window. He wrote, "I hope to God you don't get thirsty on your next shift." An angry email can cause huge amounts of problem for a company, can't it?
Terrible. If you're on your feet for 4 hours, you get your 10-minute pay break. For them to say that you can't have a toilet and a water break, they're basic workplace rights, they're basic human rights. This is terrible stuff.
But wasn't he saying, look, it's sort of on an as-need basis. If you need to go to the toilet, go whenever you want, have a break when you need to, just say that you need to go.
But it's not in lieu of your paid 10-minute break, and you should be able to, at 10 minutes, you should be able to just, 4 hours, sit down for 10 minutes. That's not unreasonable.
And we know the staff won't be getting supersized drinks either.
Very true. Hey, the smartphone wars are alive and well. At the Las Vegas Electronics Show, this was really interesting. Apple took a swipe at Google with a billboard which reads, "What happens on your iPhone stays on your iPhone," an obvious attack on the privacy breaches. Does this sort of attacking the man rather than playing the ball, does it work?
It often works for a challenger brand, which you'd argue Apple's no longer a challenger brand, but they've always done this. This PC versus Mac thing, the classic ads for going back 10 years ago. I think Apple generally have gotten away with it.
The problem with this is, yes, an iPhone is actually more secure, except you have all these third-party apps on it, and we all do, that are no more secure than anyone else's. So most of the stuff on there isn't particularly
they couldn't put that addendum up on the big wall there.
Big
it didn't fit. All right, thank you, Matthew.
Just checking shoes to see if anybody's a Photoshop.
Why would you need to Photoshop
these? There they are. The genuine article, no holes, I hope. Coming up on Weekend Sunrise, the Aussie institution that's turning 150 and now attracts 1 million visitors a month.